Why does your dog bite? Most people think it's always about aggression or dominance, but the truth is far more surprising. Your dog's bite isn't random. It's a message, a code they've been trying to send you all along. And once you understand it, your bond with your dog will never be the same. In the next half-minute, you'll discover 3 real reasons behind this behavior and a simple quick test to know exactly what your dog is trying to say. If your dog bites lightly while chasing your hand, that's pure hunting instinct, a remnant of their wolf ancestry. But if your dog presses close against you and then gives a gentle nibble, it's often their way of syncing emotions, showing love and comfort through touch. And when your dog pants, follows your every move, then bites anxiously, that's not play at all. It's separation, anxiety, a warning you cannot ignore. Here's a simple test pause for just 10 seconds. If your dog calms down, it's instinct. If it presses in closer, it's affection. If it gets restless, it's anxiety. Now, let's dive deeper into each type of bite and uncover what your dog is really trying to tell you. Number 1. Why does your dog bite? The hidden language few humans understand. Why does your dog bite? It's a question every owner asks at some point, often with confusion or even hurt feelings. Most people assume biting means anger, dominance, or even rejection. But here's the truth. Your dog's bite is not random. It is not cruelty. It is language. Imagine living in a world where words don't exist, only signals, gestures, and instincts passed down from ancestors. That's the world your dog lives in, and every nip or nibble is a syllable in that secret vocabulary. Once you begin to translate those messages, your relationship with your dog transforms. Suddenly, the bite that once felt like betrayal becomes a bridge, a whisper from an ancient bond shared between wolves and humans. And just like a lock that clicks open with the right key understanding, your dog's bite will unlock a deeper trust than you ever thought possible. But here's where it gets fascinating. The bite is almost never meaningless. It has purpose, it has instinct, and sometimes it has love. Number 2. Dog bites are rarely random. Purpose, instinct, and affection. Think about the last time your dog bit you. Was it during a game of tug-of-war? Was it in the middle of a cuddle session? Or maybe when you tried to pull them away from something they shouldn't eat? Each of those moments tells a different story. Dogs rarely, if ever, bite out of nowhere. To them, every bite is a signal. Some are instinctive echoes of their wild ancestors, who survived by hunting, catching, and holding prey with their jaws. Others are affectionate, tiny reminders that even teeth, when softened, can be instruments of love. And sometimes biting is about setting a boundary, as if your dog is drawing an invisible line with a touch of teeth. The challenge for us humans is that we often collapse all these meanings into one bad behavior. But what if the bite is not bad at all? What if it is communication waiting to be understood? That's where the story turns, because once you learn to see the bite not as a threat, but as a sentence in your dog's language, you can read them in ways you never imagined. Number 3. Dogs as masters of body language. Dogs don't speak with words. They never will. But they have mastered a language of the body that is richer, more nuanced, and often more honest than any human tongue. The wag of a tail is not just joy, it can be anxiety, hesitation, or even warning. The way their ears tilt, the narrowing or widening of their eyes, the stiffening of their shoulders, all of it is a living script. And nestled inside that script, often misunderstood, is the bite. Teeth are not always weapons. They are punctuation. A quick nibble can mean excitement, while a firmer bite may be a period ending the conversation. Dogs live in a symphony of signals, and we are the clumsy ones, often deaf to the melody. But if you pause, if you learn to watch as much as they watch you, you begin to see the poetry in their movements. A dog does not simply bite. It speaks through that act. And here's the question. Are you ready to listen? Because the bite misunderstood by many is one of the clearest words in the canine dictionary. Number 4. Play biting. Instinct practice and inhibited bites. Picture a puppy with its siblings. They tumble across the grass ears, flopping paws, pushing tiny teeth flashing as they wrestle and nip. These bites are not meant to harm, they are practice. Every playful snap is rehearsal for the wild, a memory of wolves chasing prey on open plains. But as puppies grow, something miraculous happens. They learn bite inhibition, the art of pulling back, of softening their power. When your dog nips at your hand during play, they are not treating you like prey. They are including you in that ancient practice. Your moving hand becomes the rabbit. The rope toy becomes the deer. And yet, they hold back, never unleashing the full force of their jaw. It's instinct wrapped in control, a paradox only dogs can master. And here's the part that keeps owners guessing. Why would a dog who loves you pretend to hunt you? The answer lies in the dual nature of the bite. It is both ancient instinct and modern bonding, both a game and a lesson in trust. Your dog is not attacking you. It is inviting you into the oldest game of all. Number 5. Affectionate nibbling. The love bite during bonding moments. You're sitting on the couch lost in thought when your dog climbs beside you, rests its head on your lap, and gently nibbles your hand. For a moment, you flinch should you stop this. But then you notice the softness in their eyes, the slow wag of their tail, the rhythm of their breath. This is no attack. This is affection in its rawest form. Dogs, like humans, crave connection through touch. Just as we squeeze the hand of someone we love, dogs use their mouths to say, "You belong to me. You are my family." Behaviorists call it the love bite, a gentle nip, often mixed with licking, a ritual born from the way littermates groom and bond with each other. When your dog does this, it is not testing your patience. It is pulling you closer into its inner circle. It is trust made visible, vulnerability made tactile. And once you see it for what it is, that nibble becomes less of a bite and more of a love letter written with teeth. But affection is only one side of the story. Sometimes a bite is not about love. It is about limits. Number 6. Overstimulation bites. When petting crosses a threshold. At first it feels perfect. Your dog leans against you, their eyes half closed, enjoying every stroke of your hand. You think, this is love, this is peace, and then snap. A sudden bite breaks the moment, leaving you startled, even hurt. But this isn't betrayal. It's biology. Dogs, like humans, have limits to touch. Their skin is laced with receptors far more sensitive than ours, and what feels soothing at first can quickly become too much. Imagine someone tickling you long after you've stopped laughing. That creeping irritation is what your dog feels. The bite is not rejection of you. It is rejection of the overstimulation. It is your dog's way of saying, "Enough, please." And here lies the challenge we often miss: the earlier warnings. The tail twitch, the ears pulling back, the sudden widening of the eyes. All subtle signals that your dog is nearing their threshold. Miss them, and the bite arrives as punctuation. But respect them, and the bite never comes. This is not about fear, it's about communication. The question is, will you learn to hear the whisper before it becomes a shout? Number 7. Warning signals before a bite. Tail, ears, eyes, breathing. A dog's bite almost never comes without a warning. The tragedy is that most owners never notice until it's too late. Before the teeth, there is a story told in silence. Watch closely, and you'll see it, the tail that stiffens like a drawn bow, the ears folding back as if shielding from sound, the pupils expanding until the eyes seem too wide. Even the breath changes fast, shallow, urgent. These are not random tics. They are the canine equivalent of shouting, "Stop, I'm at my limit." But to us, too often distracted, they pass unseen. And when we ignore these whispers, the bite comes as the only language left. Think of it like a storm. The sky darkens, the air thickens, the wind shifts, signs are always there. Only the untrained believe lightning is sudden. Your dog is no different. Every nip, every snap is the final flash after a buildup of signals. To learn their language is to walk beneath that storm with understanding instead of fear. And once you see these signs, you can prevent the bite not by control, but by respect. Number 8. Social biting. Mirroring behavior from dog-to-dog play, and grooming dogs are not solitary creatures. They are pack animals wired to live, play, and bond through touch. Among themselves, they wrestle, nip, and lick as a kind of social glue. A quick nip during play is not aggression, but rhythm, a pause, a shift in the dance of interaction. During grooming, one dog may lick another's ear, then follow with a tiny bite, not punishment, but punctuation. When your dog does this to you, it isn't betrayal. It is inclusion. You have crossed the invisible threshold from owner to packmate. The love bite you receive while scratching behind the ears is the same gesture your dog would use with its siblings. It is saying, "You are family." And isn't that extraordinary? We long to be loved by our dogs, and when they bite gently, they are giving us the highest compliment in their vocabulary. But here's the catch: context is everything. The same teeth that signal belonging can, in another moment, mark irritation or stress. To know the difference, you must read not only the bite, but the body wrapped around it. Number 9. Boundaries matter. Respecting no-go zones like belly or paws builds trust. Every relationship, even the closest, is built on boundaries. For dogs, these boundaries are often physical. Stroke their belly when they are not in the mood, touch their paws when they are unprepared, and you may find teeth where you expected affection. This is not disobedience, it is honesty. Dogs cannot say no with words, so they say it with distance, with stiffened posture, or finally with a bite. The irony is, respecting these boundaries does not push your dog away, it draws them closer. Think of your own life. Don't you trust the people more who honor your stop than the ones who push past it? The same truth applies to your dog. When you respect their signals, you are telling them your voice matters, and that respect over time becomes trust. Ignore it, and the bite is inevitable. Honor it, and the bite never comes. This paradox is the secret. The more you respect a dog's no, the more freely they offer their yes. And in that trust lies the bond every dog owner longs for. Number 10. Emotional bites. Affection, frustration, fear, and anxiety, all expressed through teeth. Dogs, like humans, are creatures of emotion. But unlike us, they cannot cloak those emotions in words. Their teeth become the blunt instrument of expression. Sometimes the bite is affection, a playful nibble in the middle of cuddles. Sometimes it is frustration, the sharp release of energy when the game ends too soon. Fear can sharpen the bite into defense, while anxiety twists it into nervous repetition. To us, it feels unpredictable. To them, it is the only honest option. Picture it: a dog left alone too long paces, the floor whines at the door, then greets you with frantic nips upon return. This is not violence, it is desperation, a plea not to be abandoned. The bite, then, is less about the teeth and more about the emotion driving them. And here lies the key: instead of asking, "Why did my dog bite me?" ask, "What feeling was my dog trying to show me?" Behind every nip is a story: love, stress, joy, or sorrow. When you begin to see the bite as emotion translated into action, you stop fearing it and start listening. And that listening changes everything. Number 11. Biting during play. Excitement bites versus redirected aggression. Playtime is supposed to be joy. You toss a toy, your dog's eyes widen, pause, spring teeth flash, and suddenly, nip. It shocks you, maybe even stings, but to your dog, it's not cruelty. It's adrenaline turned into action. This is the excitement bite, the echo of the hunt that still lives inside them. When the game ignites their instincts, your moving hand or arm sometimes becomes part of the chase. And yet, there's another twist. Sometimes the bite has nothing to do with the toy at all. Picture your dog staring out the window at a squirrel it can't reach. The body stiffens, the tail whips, the breath quickens, and then you walk by. In an instant, the frustration spills over, redirected onto you with a sharp bite. Not because you are the enemy, but because you are near when their emotions overflow. Both forms of biting excitement and redirection are not signs of hatred. They are the storm breaking through. And the secret is redirection in return, giving them toys, outlets, safe spaces to release what cannot be contained. Understanding this transforms play from chaos into connection. Number 12. Health-related bites. Pain signals from dental issues, joints, or sensitive areas. Not every bite comes from emotion or play. Sometimes it is the body itself that speaks through teeth. Dogs are masters at hiding pain, but no creature can hide forever. A dog with aching gums may flinch, growl, or bite when your hand brushes near the mouth. A dog with stiff hips or aching joints may snap when lifted or stroked along the spine. To the unknowing owner, it feels like betrayal. In truth, it is a plea. That hurts. Please don't. Imagine wearing armor of silence, unable to point to the wound. For dogs, the bite becomes the only arrow that finds its target. Dental disease, arthritis, even digestive discomfort, all can show themselves in a sudden nip. And here's where your role becomes vital. Don't dismiss it as bad behavior. See it as evidence. Keep track, notice patterns, and bring them to the vet. In those small signals, you hold the chance to uncover hidden suffering before it grows. The bite that seems like rejection may actually be the first step to healing, if only you're willing to listen. Number 13. Stress-induced biting. Changes in environment or routine. Dogs are creatures of habit. A moved piece of furniture, a strange scent on your clothes, a new voice echoing through the hallway. These shifts ripple through them like stones dropped into still water. Stress doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers, building slowly, until the pressure overflows in the sharp punctuation of a bite. Picture your dog panting in the night after a loud thunderstorm or nipping at your sleeve after a week of shorter walks. It's not defiance, it's displacement. The bite says, "My world has changed, and I don't know where safety is." Unlike anger, this bite is softer but insistent, a plea for balance. And here lies the paradox. What seems like aggression is often a cry for stability. To soothe it, you don't need force. You need routine, patience, and reassurance. Think of your dog as a compass. Spun too fast, it bites not to hurt, but to point back toward calm. Once you restore rhythm, the teeth retreat, replaced again by trust. The question is not, "Why is my dog biting?" but what in their world has shifted. Number 14. When biting signals illness. Sudden changes, as red flags. One of the most overlooked truths is this: sudden biting behavior, especially from a dog who never bit before, can be a red flag of illness. It could be thyroid imbalance, digestive pain, neurological disorder, or hidden infection. Dogs bound by instincts to mask weakness rarely show sickness directly. But when pain presses too hard, their language changes. A once gentle companion may nip when touched in certain places. A playful dog may grow restless, biting more often as if trying to push discomfort out through its teeth. It's easy to scold to assume misbehavior. But what if that sudden bite is the body whispering, "Something is wrong inside"? Think of it as a smoke alarm. You may not see the fire, but the warning is there. Ignore it, and the flames grow unseen. Listen, and you may save not only trust, but life itself. This is where owners become detectives reading behavior as evidence. When biting shifts in frequency, intensity, or context, don't brush it aside. Investigate. For in those teeth lies the truth your dog cannot speak aloud. Number 15. Never punish the bite. Treat it as communication, not aggression. Here is where many owners make the gravest mistake. A bite comes, and the hand reacts in anger, yelling, shoving, punishing. But punishment does not solve. It silences. And silence is dangerous. When you punish a dog for biting, you don't erase the reason. You only bury it. The fear grows, the trust erodes, and the bite returns stronger, hidden, until it cannot be ignored. Think of communication between friends. If one shouts their pain, and you strike them quiet, have you healed anything? Or have you taught them to suffer in silence? The same is true for dogs. The bite is not rebellion. It is honesty. To punish it is to close the very door through which your dog speaks. Instead, step back. Ask, what was this bite trying to tell me? Approach with curiosity, not fury. This shift changes everything. The bite becomes less a weapon and more a messenger. And in honoring the message, you don't just avoid harm, you build trust. The kind of trust that makes future bites unnecessary, replaced by calmer signals that only love can teach. Number 16. Turning bites into bridges, from confusion to deeper trust. Most owners see a bite and recoil. It feels like a wall suddenly thrown up between you and your dog. But what if that wall is actually a bridge misunderstood in the moment, when you stop fearing the bite and start asking what it means? Something shifts. The sharp sting becomes a doorway into trust. Every nip, every graze of teeth is an invitation to look closer, to pay attention. Your dog is not trying to break the bond, they're trying to strengthen it by being honest. Think of it as decoding a secret language. At first it feels foreign, strange, even harsh. But with each translation, the message softens, becoming clearer. The bite says, "I trust you enough to show my limit," or "I want you near, but not this way." And when you respond not with anger, but with understanding that bond grows roots, it is in this exchange, bite for awareness, awareness for trust, that the relationship deepens. What once was confusion becomes connection, and what was once pain becomes proof that your dog sees you as safe enough to speak to. Number 17. Love bites, the purest form of canine affection. Imagine sitting quietly, lost in thought, when your dog climbs beside you. Their eyes soften, their body relaxes, and then almost playfully, their teeth touch your hand. It's gentle, controlled, almost tender. This is not aggression, it's affection in its rawest form. Among dogs, these gentle nips are a ritual of love, a carryover from puppyhood when siblings licked and bit each other in play. To be given a love bite is to be included in that sacred circle, to be seen not just as a provider, but as family. Ethologists call it inhibited biting, but to your dog it is simpler, it is intimacy. They are saying, "You are mine, and I am yours." The paradox of teeth used for tenderness is one of the deepest mysteries of the canine heart. And if you've ever felt that nibble followed by a lick, you've touched the secret handshake of trust. Not every dog shows affection this way, but for those who do, It's an honor. Because a love bite is not random. It's a declaration, a vow that you are part of their pack. And once you see it that way, even teeth become beautiful. Number 18. How to tell affection bites from warning bites. Body language comparison. Here's where many owners stumble, confusing affection with irritation. The difference lies not in the teeth, but in the body that surrounds them. A love bite is cushioned by softness, ears, relaxed eyes, half-closed tail wagging lazily. The body says, "I am safe, I am calm." A warning bite, though, is written in tension, ears pinned, body stiff, tail flicking with urgency. The difference is night and day, if only you know to look. Think of it as reading two different poems. One whispers warmth, the other shouts boundary. But when we fail to read the cues, we confuse love with anger or anger with love, and the bond suffers. The secret is observation. Look not only at the bite, but at the story it lives inside. When you learn to read that story, you'll never misinterpret again. And here's the beauty. Once you can tell the difference, you unlock safety and trust. You can lean into the affection bites and respectfully pause when warned. In both cases, your dog feels heard. And a dog that feels understood becomes a dog that loves without reservation. That is the power of listening beyond the teeth. Number 19. Inhibited biting as proof of trust. Choosing not to hurt you. Every dog has power in its jaws, more than most owners realize. Yet when your dog places teeth on your skin and does not break it, something profound is happening. They are holding back. They are choosing restraint. This is inhibited biting, and it is one of the clearest signs of trust. Think of a warrior laying down his sword at your feet, not because he lacks the skill to use it, but because he chooses peace with you. Your dog's teeth are their sword, and when they soften the blow, they are saying, "I could hurt you, but I never will." That choice is not instinct alone. It is a bond built over time. Puppies learn inhibition with siblings bite too hard, and the game stops. Bite gently, and the fun continues. With humans, the lesson deepens. Restraint becomes love. The irony is that what looks like danger is often proof of safety. For in the softness of those jaws lies a trust unspoken. And once you recognize it, you'll never fear the touch of teeth again. Instead, you'll see it as your dog's quiet promise of loyalty. Number 20. The lick-bite-lick ritual, a playful sign of belonging. There's a rhythm some owners notice but few understand. Lick-bite-lick. It feels strange at first. Why break the tenderness of grooming with teeth? But in a dog's world, this is the music of belonging. Among littermates, licking is comfort, bonding, the gentle cleaning of one another's fur. And then, suddenly, a bite, a pause, a reset, a playful punctuation. When your dog does this to you, it is not confusion. It is replication. They are treating you as they would a sibling, weaving you into the same ritual of affection. The bite here is never harsh, always controlled, as if reminding you, "I love you, but I am still a dog." The lick soothes, the bite interrupts, the lick returns to reassure. It is their way of saying, "You are part of me, woven into my habits, my history, my instinct." Many dismiss it as odd, but if you watch closely, you'll see the joy in it, the tail wag, the closeness, the choice to stay pressed against you. This is not an attack. It is family made visible, written in a pattern as old as the pack itself. When we look at a dog's bite only as danger, we miss the truth that lies beneath. Every nip, every graze of teeth is a word, in a language older than speech. Sometimes it is love, sometimes it is warning, sometimes it is pain, but it is always communication. And the more we learn to listen, the deeper our bond becomes. Your dog is not just a pet. They are a guardian of your heart, a mirror of your emotions, a soul who chooses you every single day. Even their teeth, so often feared, can become a bridge, a reminder that trust is built not in silence, but in honesty. So the next time your dog bites, pause. Don't see it as betrayal. See it as a conversation, an invitation to understand. Because once you do, you will never look at your dog the same way again. You will see not just an animal, but a partner whispering, "I trust you enough to show you who I am." If this video helped you see your dog in a new light, make sure to hit subscribe and join our community of dog lovers. Together, let's build a world where every bark, every wag, and yes, even every bite is finally understood.